Welcome to Spending Time with Juliette, a program featuring in-depth interviews with gospel artists, songwriters, authors, and musicians who inspire and uplift God through their work. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. We are so blessed to have you here with us. And again, keep God first and always trust in God. God is good all the
God has been so good to me. He's opened doors I could not see. He's been my friend when I've been all alone. He told me to move on and he'll make me strong. You got to forgive and move on. God has blessed you, so you be strong. You got to forgive and move on. God has blessed you, so you be strong. I know you've been hurting, I know you've been torn. God's gonna work this out. You keep pressing on. So hold on and don't give in. Keep on believing you will win. You got to forgive and move on. God has blessed you, so you be strong. You got to forgive and move on. God has blessed you, so you be strong. Oh, forgive, forgive, move on. Forgive, forgive, you keep pressing on. Forgive, forgive, and move on. Forgive, forgive, you keep pressing on. Forgive, forgive, and move on. Move on. Forgive, 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 move on. Move on. Forgive, forgive, move on. Move on. Forgive, forgive, move on. You got to go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Move on, move on, move on. You got to go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And move on, move on, move on. You got to go. God's got to go by. Move on, move on. The race is not given to the swift or to the strong, but to the one that endures to the end. Goodbye, my friend, until I see you again. I got to keep pressing on. I got to keep moving on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And move on, and move on.
Welcome to Spending Time with Juliette. I have an amazing artist on the phone. Amazing artist. Can you please introduce yourself?
My name is Mary Finch, and I'm from the great city and state of Birmingham, Alabama.
All right, Mary. Now, Mary, when did you first start singing? How old were you when you first started singing?
I first started singing when I was 5 years old, which was one of my mom's dreams, that one of her children would sing. And now my sisters, they sing, but they just don't lead, and I'm the only person that will lead. I'll put it like that.
Now, Mary, at 5 years old, you was barely learning your ABCs. Now, how in the world did you start singing?
Well, I was in the kids' choir at church.
Really?
So now I started singing at 5, but didn't know I had a nice gift until I went to high school.
So what happened in high school?
Well, I got up on a different music teacher that was a little bit more stricter than our musician at church. You know, a musician at church trying to make sure that you don't hurt anybody's feelings. But a musician at school is different. You got to get that A. can't get no D's, you got to get that A. So those high notes and low notes and the A, B's, F's, and G's, you need to know.
All right now. Now, who inspired you to be a singer?
My favorite singer, gospel singer, is actually Shirley Caesar.
Really?
And the first song that I actually sung from her was Go Ye Therefore.
Now,
Teach All Nations. That's the first song.
Okay, now, Mary, what type of genre do you consider yourself? A traditional, what genre of music do you sing?
I'm more traditional.
And
traditional, and then every now and then I might do a little quartet, but mostly traditional.
Now, what drew you to more traditional music? Because you do the kind of old school music, Mary. What drew you to that?
Well, born and raised in that, and there's nothing wrong with the music that we have now. But born and raised in hymn books, the hymn books actually teach you more than how can I say? I was grown up in it. I was raised in it. And when I was going through some problems, I was able to go through the hymn book to find what I needed, and also with the scripture. So sometimes you can go through your Bible and you can see something in the Bible, and then every now and then you flip through the scripture. Flip through the hymn book, and then that matches what you hear in there. So you can kind of you can get a little understanding. You can actually get a story and an answer actually out of the song and the hymn book.
Okay, makes sense. Now, what is your biggest strength as a singer? What do you think your biggest strength is, Mary?
My biggest strength, I think, is just knowing God and just loving to sing.
Now, what do you think?
I can hear something. Some music moves me, and some don't touch me at all.
Now,
that makes sense.
It does. I mean, I think that a lot of us kind of feel if either you feel the music or you don't. I think that goes with a lot of us. Now,
it's kind of hard to sing a song that you don't feel.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, what is your biggest weakness as a singer?
Knowing those A flats, B flats, D flats, F flats, all of those flats.
So, do you have formal training, Mary? Did you go to school?
I did. I went to school for it in high school, but when you're at this age, 62, them A, B, C's, and F's, every now and then I have to call one of my musicians and say, what song I do that in? Is that A flat, E flat, or F flat? Yeah.
Now, what is your favorite part about being a singer? What is your most favorite part about being a singer?
Getting the story out in my song.
Now, what is the
getting the story out?
Okay. Now, so your songs are more, you like the storytelling part of being a singer.
Right. All of the songs that I've been doing lately that are my songs, I wrote myself.
Oh, Mary, you're a songwriter. So when did you write your first song?
The first song I wrote was Strengthen Me. I wrote it in 21 when my brother diagnosed with cancer.
Oh, wow. So you didn't.
Yeah, my brother lived in Hawaii, and we live here in Birmingham, of course. There's 4 girls in Birmingham, and then my mom, and then my brother in Hawaii. So when we found out he had cancer, we were all praying about it. I worked at a hospital. I still work there now, but I was actually working on the floor at the time. When I got off that morning, God actually gave me the words to strengthen me.
Wow.
We know how I feel, and you know how you feel, but I wasn't sure about how my brother was feeling as he was diagnosed with cancer. So I was asking God to strengthen me so I can strengthen my brother.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And you never even knew you had this gift to write music. It just came to you.
No. Listen, Juliette, to be honest, I never really wanted to record.
You didn't?
No, I never wanted to record. I was fine backgrounding everybody.
So
yeah, I was still getting the joy of it. I mean, I love singing anyway. Long as God is getting the glory, It didn't matter. But when he gave me the words to strengthen me, and even when he gave me the words to strengthen me, he gave me the tune to strengthen me. And I came home and went into bed. I said, okay, well, whatever. And I went to bed. And I woke up that night on my way back to work, and he actually gave me the second part of that song. So when I got to work, I said, okay, well, let me just start writing. I wrote it down. And the next day I got off work, and I'm like, okay, now, God, what am I supposed to do with this? I mean, you gave it to me. What am I supposed to do with it? I was actually in a Dollar Tree and pulled up. I went to the Rent a Clock Code Conference a couple of years ago. And I pulled up my phone and actually reached out to a person. Looked like her face was just right there.
Wow.
And I called her and asked her, did she remember who I was? She did, and she gave me the person that produced her music, and it was somebody that I've been knowing all my life.
Isn't it? See how God works? Wow.
Yeah, and when I reached out to him, and it was actually during the time of COVID. So I met him actually in his basement at his home where he made a recording studio out of.
Wow.
And that's when I recorded Strengthen Me.
Wow. And you've been writing ever since?
I've been writing ever since. I actually got a new song that's coming out June 15th, which is my birthday.
Wow. Can you tell me?
And it's called,
Yeah, tell me a little about the song and what inspired you to write this song.
The name of this song is called Move On.
Move on.
I was engaged to somebody some time ago. Then we realized that it wasn't going to work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've never been married before, so this was going to be my first time being married. And it's like something was nudging me, something was bothering me, and I got up one morning and I walked around the park. And you know, if you ask God, you got to be ready to get what he's going to give you back.
Yeah,
you got to be ready to accept
all the time you don't like that answer.
You don't like it, but you got to accept it.
Yeah.
So I got some confirmation from God, and then I came back, and he and I just decided we're not going to get married. We're just going to stay the best friends that we are. And we became good friends.
Wow.
We got into a stupid argument, Juliette. When I say stupid, I mean dumb.
Mm.
We got into it about some baby back ribs.
Some ribs?
Ribs.
Jesus Christ.
And I said to him that day, when we got into it, I said, it's not about these ribs. It's got to be about something else. What could it be about us? It's not about these ribs, because it can't be about food, because we have shopped. We have gone to the grocery store. We have bought stuff. I bought food in this house you've never even eaten before. You went to your house, and I cooked dinner at my house. You probably came and got a plate. What is this? I ain't never ate this before, you know. So it can't be about that. I like baby back ribs. You like Louisiana ribs. What difference does it make? September the 5th, September the 5th was my sister's birthday. We did a cookout at my mom's house. Cooked some baby back ribs, and he decided all of a sudden he didn't want the Louisiana ribs. It was just so stupid. But anyway, I gave him the ribs that he liked. I ate the ribs that I wanted, and for some odd reason, he told me that I didn't give him the right rib. That's why I said it was so stupid. But anyway, we after that day, he stopped talking to me. That was September the 5th. Okay? And I thought it was a joke, Juliette. I said, this guy got to be joking.
Right.
So I called him the rest of that week. He never answered. I called him. He never answered. I called him. Never answered. I said, this is crazy. So when I got to church that Sunday, I'm still not talking to you. I'm still mad. I said, I know you're not mad about these ribs. And he said, yeah. So Juliette, I started laughing again. I said, I'm not serious. I said, okay. So I kept calling. I said, okay, well, I guess he's serious. And I left it alone.
Wow.
December 15th, I got a call from the hospital saying that he was in the ER. Okay, now I'm in my feelings now. What you calling me for? You didn't want to talk to me, so what's going on? So I told him, I said, well, when the guy called me, I said, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll call his sister. Tell his sister. And they'll come up. And he said, okay. 30 minutes later, Juliette, he called me right back and said, he told me to tell you that he needed you. Now, all those years we had been together, I never heard him say, I need you. So I knew something was wrong.
Wow.
I go up to the hospital that Wednesday I talked, that Thursday I talked, that Friday. I called to say, did you need anything? And I didn't get an answer in the hospital room. I called and talked to the charge nurse. She switched me over. They had transferred him to ICU. So when I got to ICU that evening, we talked, and he told me what the doctor had said, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?
Wow.
I might make it. I might not make it. They might have to put me on the ventilator." Stop playing with me.
Wow.
Mary, I'm serious. I'm serious. I'm serious. And we talked about some more stuff. So we prayed that night. I called my brother-in-law, which was my pastor. My pastor prayed for him. Called some more people. And everybody praying and praying and praying. That night I left. We talked. Got home, and 12 o'clock I called back. "Hey, how you doing?" "I'm doing all right. I'm up watching basketball." I said, "Okay, this is going to be okay." Saturday morning, I got a call from his sister. She asked me, had I talked to him. I said, I talked to him that night, and she said things turned for worse. He actually coded.
Oh, no.
Coded, and was December 15th, I believe, he coded. They were able to get him back together, get him situated, but he was like in sort of like a semi-coma or something like that.
Oh, no.
Back and forth to the hospital, leaving work, going back and forth, praying, singing, praying. And then December 25th, Christmas, I was at home. I got a call from his daughter-in-law saying that he was responding. So I go up to the hospital, and I'm sitting there. His eyes are not open, but I'm talking to him. I said, "If you can hear me, squeeze my hand." And he started squeezing my hand. I said, "Oh, we got this. We got this. This is going to work. We got this. You're going to be okay. We praying. We're going to be okay." I said, "Can you hear me? If you can hear me, squeeze my hand again." And his eye, and I'm saying to myself, I just got to make sure that I'm right. So I said to him, I said, "Well, I need you to be around because I'm carrying these twins." And I saw his eyebrows go together like, "Girl, what you talking about?" I said, "So I know we in this. I know he hear me. So I'm talking to him, and he's squeezing my hand. Yes, no, da. And the nurse comes in, and she asked me who I was. And I said, "We are good friends. This is my great friend." And she said, "You got to be something special because he hasn't done that all day." So she said, "He's not supposed to be doing that." I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "Well, the doctor had him up under something so his body can heal." So she said, "If you come back tomorrow and he's like he was a couple of days, that's because he's on the medication, blah, 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 blah." Okay. The Tuesday before, it was that Tuesday night, I can't remember. New Year's was coming in. I do remember that. When I left, she said that his daughter-in-law said that they were going to disconnect him because he wasn't getting any better.
Oh, no.
I said, "I can't believe what?" She said, "He's not getting any better." So I left the hospital, Juliette, and went home. And I had remember telling him before that I'm going to be with you every step of the way. I remembered that. I went home, I got dressed, and I went back up to the hospital. And she said, "I thought you said you was gone." I said, "I did, but I remember telling him that I was going to be here every step of the way." So as they started turning all the machines and stuff off, 10 minutes after 6, he passed.
Oh, no, that is terrible, Mary. I'm so sorry. So sorry.
So I went to church that night when New Year's came in at 8 o'clock. Our service started at 8. I went to church that night, and I was good. And then Pastor preached this sermon that you're never alone, or you're never by yourself. And I couldn't stand it. I went home and cried and cried and cried and cried. We buried him, and then I started realizing last year, this has been years ago, but last year I realized, and it took my neighbor to remind me. She said, normally during a holiday, I smell some barbecue. I smell some smoke.
Wow.
I smell this, I smell that. She said, "You having barbecue. I noticed you just going to church. You just coming home. You're going to a program. You're just coming home. You don't go anywhere. You don't do anything." And she said, I didn't realize it. And then I was like, well, I just don't desire to cook anymore. I mean, I just don't. And she said, well, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. So I got to work that next morning, the words start flowing again. I wrote the song like in, I want to say like in October, somewhere in December, somewhere in there. Wrote the song, New Year's night. Here we go, this New Year's. Mm-hmm. New Year's night. Pastor Michael Wesley, which is at Greater Shiloh. right here in Birmingham. His topic was Move On, and I had already written that song.
Wow.
I said it's time to release it. So it'll be released on the 15th.
Well, congratulations, Mary. Congratulations. Now, Mary, now when you perform, do you ever get butterflies? Because I've seen you perform and you be killing it. Do you ever be nervous?
Baby, I be nervous every time you open up a door.
You cannot tell. You cannot tell because you know you can be singing, girl.
I be nervous every time I get a mic because I be like, oh, I done missed the words. I think the word's wrong. God, give me the word. Oh, don't let my voice go. Oh, Lord, I'm raspy today. Oh, what I'm going to do? What I'm going to do? Yeah, all of that.
Wow.
All of that.
I that's hard to believe. That's hard to believe.
All of that.
Now, Mary, I got a question. Do you think there is a pushback on the newer music compared to traditional music like you do? Do you think it's a little pushback? Because they love the quartet music and traditional. What do you think?
Well, you have to think about it now, though, Juliette. Not that many churches are doing him.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that many kids that know anything about him.
Right.
So it takes an older person in that person's life to explain to them about the hymn. Because just think about it. I'm just talking about me. Mm-hmm. When I was 6 and 7, when I was 12 years old, I'm gonna say 12, and the deacons used to sing "A Charge to Keep," I didn't know what they were singing until I got older. Because remember now, they saying "a charge." We used to say "Ray Charge" because we didn't know.
Right.
It wasn't until my mom explained to me about the charge that we have. We have a charge to keep and a God to glorify.
Yeah.
I didn't understand that until I got older. So again, it's the older people that's got to teach the younger people about the hymn.
And is that why you prefer singing hymns and bringing those back? Because some of the hymns are being lost?
Yeah, some of the hymns are being lost. Mm-hmm.
I agree. Because now, what do you think about streaming systems, the streaming thing? You think they're helping the independent artists or holding them back?
I think I don't know. Well, either way it goes, it still gives them a chance to see our talent and our gifts. But looking at it on the stream is different from being in right by the person or inside of the church. Right. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
When you're inside the church and you can feel the pull from the audience to the singer. You can pull. You can see it. You can see the look on their face. You can feel that they understand what you're singing. When you're on TV, you really can't feel it like you can. I mean, I guess it's a difference, but when I'm up singing and I look out there in that crowd and I see that crowd feeling what I'm saying, it makes me sing. It makes me sing harder.
Okay.
Because now I know they're understanding what I'm saying. Somebody out there hear what I'm saying, and they can feel that I feel what I'm singing.
Okay. Now, you also are a worship leader. How long you been a worship leader?
I've been doing praise and worship for years. Yeah, I started at our church doing praise and worship because at the time, we started at 8 o'clock service. And I started doing it there, but I also, since we don't have 8 o'clock at my service, at my church any longer, I do 8:30 service at another church and then leave their church and come to my church at 10 o'clock and do praise and worship. But we have a team at my church, and at the other church at 8:30, it's just me.
Oh, wow. It's
been a couple of years.
You really like praise and worship. What drew you to that, Mary? What drew you to becoming a praise and worship leader?
Because, when we started doing 8 o'clock service, pastor at the time, which is Pastor Dennis Brown at Western Hills, he was doing everything. 8 o'clock service, he was preaching, singing, teaching. I saw it was just so overwhelming, which my brother-in-law could sing. It seemed like it was so much. And then one particular Sunday, I think they were supposed to be having somebody else to come in, and I just happened to be off early that Sunday, and I was able to make it to service. And he asked me to come up and sing, and ever since 8 o'clock service, I'm there. At this 8:30 service, the pastor was singing and teaching as well. So it was overwhelmed. He asked me if I would come in, and I started doing it for him at 8:30.
Now, Mary, what makes a good worship leader? What do you think a good worship leader characteristics they should have?
I think you have to know your word. To know your word. And I just think you have to love God.
Makes sense.
You got to love him, and you got to know his word in order to teach. Because some people learn from the scriptures, and some people learn from the sermon, and some people say they learn from the music.
Wow. Yeah, I think people do interpret music differently, interpret God differently in different ways. Like you said, from either the sermon, for either the praise and worship, or something.
But sometimes, you can go to church on a Sunday morning, and somebody might ask you, what the pastor talked about? You weren't paying attention. What the pastor talked about? And they might say, I can't remember, but then, like, wait a minute. This girl did so and so and so, and then come in. I know what he talked about. He talked about blah, 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 because he remembered what she sang.
Now, Mary, if you could collaborate or write a song, if you could write a song for somebody, who would you choose to write a song for?
If I could write a song for somebody, who would I write a song for?
Yeah. Who would you want what person would you want to sing one of your songs?
Ooh. I don't know. I don't know. Listen, I'd be honored if anybody came and found something that I wrote and they sing it.
I hear you, Mary. That would be something else. That would be special. Now, is there a song that you always wanted to cover and you never have?
There's a song that I've always wanted to
cover. Do a song, a remake of it.
No.
Really?
Mm-mm.
No, Mary?
No. Because, to me, I think there's not that many songs that, well, I guess there might be, but I've never thought about remaking anybody's song. I just go along with what they got. And I mean, I ain't never thought about remaking nothing. I just sing whatever they sing. Now, I might find a piece that I might add something to it because of something that's going on in my life. Mm-hmm. But as far as rewriting it, nah.
Now, do you like singing better or writing songs better? What do you prefer?
I like them both. But when they're mine, it's even better. But I'm just a singer. Mm-hmm. And I love singing. I love God, and it's just, hey, God just gave me the gift the last couple of years. He's just been like pouring it out. I mean, he's opening up windows, and look like every time something comes around, there's a new song that's coming that I'm writing. Amen. And what I love about it is not just writing the song. I can write the song, and then he kind of give me the beat that should go along with the song.
So you generally write the song first and then find a beat later?
Oh, I write and I'm singing and writing at the same time.
Okay.
And what I normally do is I'll write something, like say I'm just riding, I'll be driving around. A lot of times I drive around a lot. And I'll drive around and my feet will start thumping. Dun, dun, dun. And then a word will come in. Wow. And then I'll turn my phone on and then I'll just keep with it. And then I'll stop. And then I might go back later on and be like, oh, you know what? This verse right here might go with that. And And then I'll go back and put that in there with that, and that'll be in my phone. And then I'll put that back, and they'll be like, you know what, this might go with that. And then when I get it together, I'll be like, no, I don't like that. Let me change this. Then I'll change it, and then I'll be like, okay, this the melody. This how I want it. This the melody. Yeah. Okay, this is what I want to hear. I want to hear the ch-ch-ch-ch-ch. And then I want to hear the feet stomping. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, this is what I want to hear. And that's how I end up doing it.
I didn't understand the word, but that was amazing. You just get the beat, the harmony, and all kind of stuff going on all at one time, and you pull out your phone and remember what you did.
Yeah. And then I'll call a friend and say, hey, I got a project, and I need you to help me with it.
Oh, my goodness.
And they'll say, okay. Then they'll say, sing it to me, Mary. Then I'll start singing that. Then I want to hear that. And be like, oh, okay. Okay, yeah, Mary, I got it. And then they'll come back like a week later or something and say, okay, this is what I heard.
Oh, man.
Okay,
amazing.
I kind of like that. But I don't like that part right there. Can you put something else right there? Okay, I can put something else right there. And then they'll come back and say, okay, well, how you like that? I like that. Yeah.
Mary, do you have any advice for anybody that's doing what you're doing?
My only advice is never give up.
Wow.
When the scriptures say he may not come when you want him, but he's on time, I guarantee you he's on time.
Yes.
You be thinking, because I'm going to say me. I can't speak for anybody else. I can only speak for me. When I came out with Strength in Me, I was like, don't look like nobody even hearing mine. Did anybody even hear the song that I wrote? Ain't nobody heard that song that I wrote. And then somebody come back to me later and say, hey, you that girl, I like that song. What song are you talking about? Strength in Me? Okay, well, you did hear it. Okay. When I went to Dallas, Texas, with the Rhythm of Gospel, and I wrote He'll Work It Out. I was thinking, that was my first time being in the Rhythm of Gospel. I had my CDs and stuff made. I had my pictures and stuff made. I got a chance to sing Headliner, and I think I sung in two of the events that they had. That was like that one year. The second year, I got nominated in Mobile, and I ended up getting nominated for 6 categories.
Wow.
And I won 3 out of 6. Okay, God, somebody did hear me.
They did. They heard
somebody
you.
Hear me.
They heard
somebody
you.
hear me because somebody nominated me. Somebody heard me because they nominated me 6 times, so they heard me.
Yes. Well, we're going to listen to your song, okay, Mary?
Okay.
Y'all ready for some more good gospel singing? Y'all want to warm up yet? I saw you ready for some more good gospel singing? Yeah. Put your sanctified hands together for Miss Mary Finch of Birmingham, Alabama. Come on, let's clap it up for her. Clap it up.
Come on, let's give God some praise in this house. You got warmed up yet? Anybody warmed up yet?
Oh, Mary, that's a beautiful song. He'll work it out. Now, tell us when your new song is going to be released and the name of it.
It'll be released this coming June 15th on Father's Day, which is actually my birthday.
What's the name of
the name of it is called Move On.
Move On. And Mary, could you tell people where they can find your music or your website or any information?
Oh, well, my music is on YouTube. The first two songs, Strengthen Me and He'll Work It Out, are both on YouTube. And actually, Move On is going to be on YouTube as well. So it's going to be on all streaming platforms when it comes out on Sunday.
I am looking forward.
Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, everything that's out is going to be out.
Well, Mary, it has been a pleasure talking with you. And thank you so much for spending some time with Juliette.
Thank you for the opportunity. I really, really appreciate it. And thank you much for supporting me as you do. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for tuning into my program. I hope you join us again next week. So enjoy your morning, your afternoon, or your evening. And again, keep God first, and God is good all the time. See you again.